Hi, I'm Jim Cox. I'd like to share with you a long story, and perhaps in time I'll have that opportunity, but this will be relatively short. I have enjoyed great health all my life, and with the exception of the years I spent in the Air Force, I've had health care coverage, and fortunately never needed to use it. But in the last couple of years, with the onset of Obamacare, health insurance coverage through my employer got to be a little bit too pricey. So we were forced to look on the exchange. And we bought health insurance, and it may have been good, I don't know. We never used it either. But we were informed early in 2016 that healthcare coverage would only be provided through this provider until December 31st of 2016. So we were forced to go back on the exchange and find new health insurance. And we did. And in March of this year, I was diagnosed with stage 3B lung cancer. And the treatments have been going good. My response has been good. And the prognosis that I have is much better than it was when I started. I'm optimistic toward the future, except there's one big problem that I face now. It's called Obamacare. And since I have not been able to work this year like I worked last year, I don't qualify for the same subsidies. And therefore, I don't get any subsidies. And if I want to keep my health insurance now, I have to pay the premium, which is $1,495.04 a month. We talked to a navigator, and she explained to me how I fall in a gap. I don't make enough to qualify for subsidies, but I make too much for Medicaid. So I fall in the hole, and I says, well, what do you suggest that I do? Well, she gave me a list of free clinics, none of which treat cancer. And then she suggested that I start a GoFundMe. And that's not an option at this point either. And that's part of the story I'll tell you later. But I don't know why this has happened the way that it has, but it has. At this point, you Democrats that voted for this, most of you without even reading it, and forced this upon us, shame on you. You Republicans who've had every opportunity to stop it and turn it around, shame on you. You really need to get something done. Let me make some suggestions. Put in a safety net for the poorest among us. Put in a clause for those of us with pre-existing conditions that we can afford and live with, not die because of. Put in some tort reform, because it's we the people who wind up paying for these exorbitant settlements, and we can't afford it. We need tort reform. And then let me strongly suggest that you get out of the healthcare industry completely and leave healthcare between us, our doctor, and our healthcare providers. Thank you.